Hi, I'm Charles Pearson. Welcome to Charles Pearson Yoga, my new YouTube channel. This next session is going to be approximately 25 minutes, and it is restorative yoga. In restorative yoga, we want to find the most comfortable position we possibly can and just be. We're not looking for any stretch. We're not looking for any challenge. Really, the only challenge is, can we just simply get comfortable and relax fully? This provides us with a major shift in our nervous system, and our lives are so busy, and it is often so difficult to find that environment where we can just simply close off from everything else that may be going on. We all struggle with getting good quality sleep, and this is an opportunity to downshift and rest more fully. So we're going to move relatively few times through this practice. I'm going to take you into the poses. When we transition, I'll describe to you where we're going, and then I will leave you be. So I will not be talking throughout this session. Just enjoy. So to start, if you have a pillow or cushion or anything, including a bolster, yoga bolster, just have that available to you so that you can rest onto it. Blocks are useful, but you can always use books in place of blocks. And we'll get started by simply placing the cushion or the bolster down onto the mat. You're going to bring your left hip close to this bolster or cushion and lay yourself down. We're going to keep our head facing the same direction as our knees so that we don't create too much stretch or strain in the body. This will give us a little bit of space opening, but again, in restorative yoga, quite different than our yin practice. We're not looking for pushing into any kind of tension or sensation. We're simply looking to relax. So settle yourself down. Eyes can close if you're comfortable with that throughout the pose as you settle. If you're struggling to bring your head down to the bolster or the cushion, you can always place another pillow underneath or a block or anything else that suits you. Make any adjustments you need in order to relax even further. We'll slowly bring ourselves out of this first pose and this first side by pressing our hands into the mat or floor beneath you. And simply turn yourself away from the bolster or cushion and bring your knees all the way onto the other side as we lower down and rest onto our side, somewhat of our front body, but keep your gaze facing your knees over to the left-hand side. To come out of this second side, press yourself up, and then turn yourself back around, and we'll set up for the next pose. The next pose will be a child's pose, but in this child's pose, we're going to use the bolster or cushion or pillows. We're also going to use any kind of blanket or towel that you might have available to you, or even other pillows if you like, underneath your knees and potentially underneath your feet behind you. Bring some softness into the feet behind you as the tops of the feet rest. And then if your knees are at all sensitive, or you'd like even just a blanket underneath the knees, that can be a great addition. Also a nice item to have with you for these practices. And then use the bolster or cushion as you bring yourself down to rest. And what we want to have is this cushion or bolster bringing the floor to us, so that when we settle downward, we can have less strain in the body. And turn your head to one side or the other. And approximately halfway through, we will turn the head to the other side, just so that we get a balance through the head and the neck. Simply turn your head to the other side. We're approximately halfway through this pose. And slowly press yourself up and take ourselves out of this restorative child's pose. And bring yourself up. We're going to create a structure to come down to on our back sides. And you're going to use your blocks or books underneath the end of the cushion or bolster. Probably a couple, so the height of 2. Make sure that it is stable. So a little bit of wiggling around to ensure that it doesn't come apart when you're on it. And then bring your bottom right to the end, the bottom end of the bolster or cushion. And we're going to lay ourselves back all the way down, and we'll relax our head back behind us. Now, if you have a pillow or a blanket, it's really nice to have that available to you, so that if you want a little bit of a lift right behind the back of the neck, it's a great addition. And then make sure that where the bolster or cushion lands on your lower back, that if you need to move down further or up, just make sure that it is comfortable for your own body and curve in your spine. And the arms rest by your side. There is this natural opening that occurs as the forearms rests. Now, for some of us, if your arms don't touch down comfortably, you can always place pillow underneath the forearms or blankets underneath the forearms. So know that that is also available to you as an addition to ensure that you can relax fully. Legs are extended out in this particular version, but if you prefer to bend the knees and have the feet resting onto the floor in front of you, that is fine too. You can also take the feet together and let the knees come apart, but if you do that, place some cushions or blocks on the outsides of the legs so that there's not too much strain and pulling into the inner thighs and groin. Once again, you can close your eyes and just let yourself be here. yourself up. Take your time. You just want to lift yourself up enough to just make one more adjustment to the structure here. And what we'll do is we're going to take what's called legs up or waterfall pose. And you can use that cushion or that bolster. Again, I'm going to bring our feet down, bend our knees, and have our feet down onto the mat. And then press into the feet to lift the hips. And then sliding the bolster or the cushion underneath your sacrum. And then once the bolster is underneath, the legs are going to extend up. So whatever it is that's placed underneath, it could be blocks, though those would not feel quite as nice as something that's softer. You're going to lift the legs, and when the legs lift, you want to lift them without effort. So if you need to bring the feet back down and make an adjustment so that the legs just are extending upward without effort. So there's a natural bend through the knees, a natural separation through the legs. Arms come to wherever they're comfortable. They could be by your side, they could be slightly more out to the sides. Most likely, it's one of those two places. We're not looking for a deep stretch. We are, throughout this practice, creating space through the body, but in a very gentle, very restorative, not distracting in any way manner. And as you settle here, we also are in an inversion where our head is below our heart, which is a very direct way in which to shift into our parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest. Also with the legs up, there's this resting that occurs where we spend most of our waking days putting pressure into the feet, walking, standing. So this is one of those unique opportunities for the feet. Get a break. Closing the eyes here if you're comfortable, or just taking that soft gaze. the feet are back down, you can press into the feet and either remove the bolster altogether, or you can shift it downward so that it lands directly underneath your knees as you lengthen the legs more completely out in front of you. You can continue here to come into this Shavasana or corpse pose and rest further. If you have the time to take more rest, 5 minutes or more in Shavasana corpse pose would be ideal. But certainly whenever you're ready to come out, you can do so. And I want to thank you for being here for this practice. Thank you. If you enjoyed practicing with this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Charles Pearson Yoga.